Pompidou.
En France. Je parlerai monsieur Lucie.
Comprende l'italiano? Sì. Ecco, sono venuto qua per rendere omaggio dopo aver fatto un telegramma al Presidente del Senato. Poi desideravo essere presente fino all'ultimo momento, ha servito la causa comune del popolo francese. Veramente degno di ammirazione, ecco. Sono questi sentimenti che desideravo rinnovare anche in questa occasione.
Et on est amené normalement à monsieur signer pour parler. Il est certain que dans la crise européenne qu'il y a actuellement, c'est certainement...
Dans la situation actuelle, vraiment...
Hundreds of police blanketed the centre of Paris this morning around the Pompidou's private apartment. A crowd of the curious watched, but it wasn't a particularly large crowd as a modest black van arrived to collect the former president's body. All morning, the police kept the uninvited well away on this bright spring morning as Monsieur Pompidou left his Paris home for the last time. Though some neighbours had a fine view as Madame Pompidou left to be driven to the old church around the block where she and her husband had worshipped together so often, and where today Mass was sung by monks and local school children. The moment the cortege crossed the Seine heading for Orvilliers, the day's events clearly and suddenly changed mood. They became private, or as private as an enormous show of strength by the police could make them. And only 6 cars of mourners now followed, including the one in which Madame Pompidou sat veiled and alone immediately behind the hearse. Along the route, hundreds of police stopped all cars over a quarter of an hour before the cortege passed. No cameras were allowed within 4 miles of a little village where the Pompidous had their country home. At 1 o'clock, President Pompidou was buried. And it wasn't until early this evening that the public were allowed into the cemetery to pay their last respects. President Pompidou's request that there should be no wreaths seems to have been forgotten, but in every other respect, his desire for a quiet, private burial was granted here today. David Rose, News at 10, Orvilliers.